What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Roddy's Rides. I'm your host, Roddy, and I hope you guys are having an excellent day. But today, let's get into the video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be an install video because I am a normal person who uses YouTube to sometimes find out my problems or issues that I don't know how to fix on my car, or maybe some potential research. So in today's video, I researched online. I couldn't find any good video. There might be one out there, but I couldn't find one on how to replace a GT500 bypass valve. And so this is kind of like a supercharger wastegate. Long story short, by using pressure and vacuum, this opens and closes, allowing pressure to enter and escape the supercharger at a orderly fashion. And so this should be a pretty simple install. There's a little tab right up here, if you guys can see, and 2 bolts. So easy install. If I can get to these, I'm hoping I can just pop this out, but I'm not really quite sure how to install this. So I'm going to figure that out today for y'all and record the process. But the main reason why I'm replacing mine is I'll insert a clip real quick. So in that clip you heard the supercharger shutting off my car, and the supercharger has pressure and it's not getting or it's not relieving the pressure soon enough, so it has that harmonica like sound. But when I ended up buying my supercharger, I bought mine used with low miles off eBay, the bottom nipple was broken off. So there are 2 different types of these bypass valves. So mine is a supercharger off a 2011 through 2012 GT500 blower. And this also goes for the Trinity TVS's, and I think also VMP and their supercharger as well, Whipple, Roush, so on and so forth. But also when I bought this, this also said /GM, so this might also work for GM products too. So if you're new to the channel, this is actually a 3.7 V6 Mustang with a M122 like 2011 through 2012 GT500 blower on a V6 Mustang. So this is a very uncommon setup, but there's more and more people starting to buy the setup. I should probably not let that be rubbing. That would be no bueno. But if you come over here on the driver's side of the blower in the very back, I don't know if you guys will be able to see. I'll try to zoom in on it. But I don't know if you guys can even see that. You can kind of see the actuator. Oh, there you can. You can see there's 2 10mm bolts that you have to take out. And I believe you should just be able to jimmy that rod out and everything should come out very simple. Alrighty, so here's the blower up on the table. I tried to take off the bypass valve on the car, but with my modified setup and also how tight it was, I really couldn't get it off. Alright, to show you how bad this bypass valve was, so this is what activates the pressure, right? It's supposed to go in and go back out. So mine actually ended up breaking and shipping, and it was the one that would like help regulate the pressure, like idling and stuff like that. So whenever I push this in, I should be able to hold my finger on this and it creates suction. But watch, push it in, put my finger over it, nothing. Press in, press my finger on it, nothing. But wait, oh, it's right here. Push this in, hear that? So this is how it's supposed to be. So I think we were hardly getting any power, and by fixing this little OEM upgrade, this will take you to a whole new measure of performance, I guess you would give. But yeah, pretty simple install. And what I recommend is the easiest way that, or well, I guess the only way that I got it off was I had this valve all the way open to this side, and you see how there's a little gap right there. It's kind of hard to see. Let me get a better angle of it. There's a little circle for the shaft, and then there's a little lip on it to sneak it in there to hold it in place. And that was the biggest struggle to get in there. So you're gonna have to play with it for a while. So I definitely recommend taking off the blower. If you did it without the blower on, more power to you. But this is how I ended up doing. So I'm probably gonna leave the video up at this because, I mean, I'll throw on the 2 bolts and show you what it looks like at the end. But this one already feels like, this is an aftermarket, this ain't a Ford OEM one, and it just feels a lot more sturdier of a piece compared to this. Feels a lot more fragile. But boom, and just like that. Oh, did I do it backwards? No, and just like that, that's how it should be done. Super easy. Sweet. Much better. So then this should be able to compress and do all this like it's supposed to do from factory. So that's going to conclude our video on installing a 2011 through 2014 GT500 bypass activator valve on. And I noticed that there was no other videos on the internet, so I assumed, why don't I just go ahead and make my own. But yeah, two 10mm bolts, pretty simple install, but hopefully you guys can keep your blower inside your car without taking it out. It was just easier for me to do, and I've already done it 100 times. But if you guys like the project or somewhat interested, go down, hit the subscribe button, drop a like, anything helps. I'm gonna keep this one short. Roddy's Rides out of here. Have a good night, y'all.